We are Legion.
We are all.
We are one.
We are
Watching. Florida Illuminati.
Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back. It's another week of digital card madness, blockchain insanity, bleeps and blunders, you name it. We've got it all, and any other thing that comes along. We'll talk about that too. With me this week, as always, is my co-host Ziggy. Ziggy, how you doing, buddy? He's a little tired right now. This is when Ziggy usually sleeps in this chair, and so we're just kind of letting him do that. And he's sitting there with his eyes open, like, man, I'm fucking so pissed right now. Turn that light out. I want to go to sleep. He's trying to take his nap. He'll probably fall asleep if I don't pay any more attention to him. So, anyways, so he's our guest host, and then we have also our third wheel, as always, over here. Hey, Padme1138, what's up?
What's up?
How you doing?
Okay,
Yeah.
tolerable.
Yeah. She's got a weird seating position. We were doing a thing. We're getting a new television. Congratulations to us. But in the course of that, we have to get the old television out. So I had it on a wall mount thing, and it had to be taken off of that and then put onto the stand. And then once it was on the stand, then moved back up to the TV stand so that we could watch it. Because it was on a flat mount thing on the TV stand. So that all had to come out and shake can, all that stuff for the new televisions coming in. So now in the course of doing that, she twisted just a little. I moved a little suddenly. I admittedly was not as cautious of her load bearing ability there. And yeah, it went bad. She had immediate, God, what the fuck did I just do? Pulled something in her side, moving the thing. And it, so yeah. So she's in a little pain. She doesn't think she'll be able to get out of that chair.
I would not be able to get out of the chair.
And rather than have to be pushed around and wheeled around like Ironside for the rest of her life in the chair, she decided she'd sit in the stool. So that's what we're doing, and that's why things look kind of oddly staged. And so he has a special place of honor this week. So here we go. So over in the world of tarot cards, 13 Slay, still continuing with that, getting that. I'm pulling every week, trying to get a couple of packs of the redemptions for the NFTs. You have there's a redemption ticket that gets you a pack, and so I try to get a couple of those tickets, and the odds are kind of long, and so but it's been going okay, and I always buy in on Pandora, so that helps a bit. So I'm still doing that, and there's folks that do swap around for those, so I should actually there's no award for it, so it's just a matter of just collecting the stuff up, and that's about it. So I'll ask around and see it, if I can dupes for me. You're gonna see Gesundheit. Okay. Oh my heavens!
All right.
Well, see, she's awesome because she only usually sneezes once.
Yeah, I'm done.
I sneeze hundreds of times and insanely loudly. It's great. It's great. It creates quite a scene. So, anyways, so I've been doing those the redemption things. That's kind of fun. And then I was talking last week about the Tarot Kiss and how he had like a motion variant, and that it was on long odds, and I'd be a dumbass to go try to open packs, buy and open packs to get that because I already had the number one of the regular one. So of course, narrator's voice says what?
What?
I went and ripped packs. Exactly. He went and ripped packs immediately after the show was over. Last week, probably seconds after we left the air, I went straight to the atomic market and opened packs until I got the motion variant number one as well. So that's cool. And if nobody ever pulls another one of those, hey, it'll be a 101. That'd be really cool. Drinking a very dangerous looking black fluid. I don't know what that is. Shark blood. That's what it is. It's shark blood. So anyways, I got that. And over in the world of blockchain, we've been everybody's asking all the time, as soon as the drop happens, when's the next one? In Funko, the question has been answered. The next drop is going to be, drum roll, I think a little shit came out on that one. Bob Ross. I'm not crazy about that one. I don't think I'm excited about that terribly. It kind of like it feels like it landed with a thud with a lot of folks. So that's one, and it seems like there's going to be a lot of packs too. So it doesn't bode well. The Star Trek, although it's been popular and it's been opened a lot, and so there's been a lot of opening on the stuff. It's because the pack prices on those have stayed right around issue price. They really haven't gone up much at all, so that's kind of unusual. So yeah, Bob Ross, that may be one where I just go out and just buy a royalty, and buy the Grail and buy the thing and just keep going with my one set thing on those with wax. Just do it in the market. If I can buy packs, yeah, that would be great. You never know what you're going to get in the queue. I will try to buy packs with credit card, of course, but other than that, I don't think I'm going to waste a lot of time trying to bust packs on that one because I just not crazy about the property. My Millions on Mars is still chugging along pretty good. I actually did my first exchange the other day in the Alcor market for Dusk. I was able to. Somebody helpfully gave directions for adding the Dusk token to my Wax wallet, and then I was able to. I saw a withdrawal. I'd earned like a couple hundred Dusk, in the game already, just fucking around and scavenging and buying and selling and stuff like that. So I saw a withdrawal button on that, and I said, "Oh, well, let me see what that does." So I hit withdrawal, and it changed my balance in the game. And then when I looked at my Wax wallet, boom, there was the Dusk sitting there. So I was able to go to the Alcor thing and do an exchange directly for Wax. And the exchange rate was pretty good. I think I sold like 100 Dusk just as an experiment, and it came out to about 15 or 16 Wax, which is current rates. I mean, that's probably about $5-6. So if I'm doing that every couple of days, off what I'm doing, which is pretty easy, just mostly all I'm doing is buying. I'm buying empty power cores and charging them and selling them charged, because I just have tons of solar arrays set up. So I'm constantly putting these things in circulation, and then every day I'm selling 10, I'm buying 50 of the because there's a limited supply of the those power capsules as well. There's only like 10,000 in the game, so they just kind of circulate around. It wouldn't surprise me at some point if somebody didn't decide to just make a run on one of those resources and really shift the game in a really wild direction. So with me sitting on usually like 30 plus, and I've had as high as 80 charged, I'm okay with that. And I've also been stockpiling tons of food because I think food's going to get valuable too. So anyways, the recur pass that I was talking about, that pig in the poke thing that we all did last week, or a bunch of people did last week, 64,000 people did last week. They finally revealed what our passes were all going to look like, because it's one of these number one, everything's a one of one now. That's the thing now, is to make tons of one of ones. Or if you can make something so everybody gets a one of one, then everybody feels like they got something cool. And then the way this thing goes, it's these little discs. They look like I could do a screen share on here if you wanted to, but it just kind of looks like a donut, kind of, like an out of focus donut. And then it's got different colors on it and stuff. And so there's a few that are monochrome, that are like all red or all green or all yellow.
No idea.
I know, it's so stupid. It is so fucking stupid. The blank look is what most people would say, because it is so silly. It's so silly. But people are like, oh my God. I mean, like, they're getting some of these things, and like, I'm even like, that does look kind of cool. Like all black and red. And then there was stuff with like, if you had like 2 of one color and 3 of another, that would be like a full house. And stuff like that. There's all kinds of bullshit that people are reading into and parsing out again, in such a human way, out of this totally random bullshit. So it's kind of fun to see. And everyone's saying, that these things are going to be selling for. Apparently, it's on the F. I guess that's Ether. I think it's Ether. It's one of the big ones. That's like the second one to Bitcoin. Like the second most valuable blockchain is the F. That's the one that Dan Siegel did that buy where like he bought something and then when he had to sell it, he had to go buy currency so that he could even sell the goddamn thing. It was ridiculous. So yeah, I'm in that blockchain, so that's great. So hopefully I never have to sell anything at any point. Or it's going to be a big pain in the ass. I'm so not looking forward to that. So moving on down, Hot Wheels is the other big drop that has not been announced a date yet, but Series 2 of Hot Wheels is coming soon. Everybody's very excited. They're going to announce when and probably be showing cars or stuff like that on Monday. There's again this show, the Hot Wheels Garage thing is where they're going to be revealing this thing, and so we'll find out what all that's about. There are rumors of some type of royalty type reward for collecting sets of these things. Belatedly, they'd never said anything about it early on, and people asked, and I think they finally said, okay, we'll go ahead and do that. So apparently, again, this is a rumor stage, but they're going to announce that there's going to be some kind of incentive to collect all these things. So on multiple levels, probably, collect the first 3 series and get some kind of grand poobah, incredible. Oh my God, you can't believe it's so great. Yeah, it's so good. So, and then there's also word that there was coding. There was a recent interview with one of the people at Hasbro that was in charge of all this stuff. That's also somebody that's in their pre-existing digital wing, because they have a thing where you buy cars and they have little codes and then you put them in and you can actually virtually race other people and all kinds of bullshit. They have all kinds of stuff already like that. Apparently these NFTs have been coded in some way for this as well. So it's likely that we'll see some kind of utility, which is, again, another thing that everybody's always asking for. They want a roadmap. They want to know, what are you going to do next month and 3 months and 6 months? And is there utility? That's what everybody's asking for. Some kind of gamification thing. The game industry is looking at this blockchain stuff and they're just drooling. Companies that have been in so much trouble with their users for microtransactions and these kinds of things are all running to the NFT space. So get ready for it. If there's a lot of old fogey people that have been playing games that are honestly, they'll be like in their 30s and they're going to be so mad because they're going to have to buy NFTs to compete against people in their games, because there'll be special weapons, there'll be, you name it, all kinds of shit that you can only have through ownership of an NFT in their games, in the games that they're playing and loving right now. So get ready for that. Out in the wider world of the digital card applications, there was a new Man Thing that dropped a while back. I still have not run down.
That was an epic, wasn't it?
Yeah, I still haven't run down that epic. I've been sending blinds on people that have multiples on it, but they must be trying to do multiple sets, or I don't know what. I'll get it eventually, and it's Man Thing, so it's not a big deal. I think one of the guys had actually sent me a counter and it had expired because I never looked at Marble. So I sent it back a couple of minutes ago because he was like, hey, would this be okay? And I'm like, no, I don't give a fuck. So I just sent it back to him. So I'll probably end up getting that. And then there was another base variant as well.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. And so I think it was QuickNAS sent me the super rare version of that new Man Thing for like, I don't know. It was like a black light something. Some black light dupe that I had. So that was fine. Are you still doing anything out there in that crazy wider world of digital cards?
I used to do that Disney thing.
Still doing that Disney?
Yeah.
I don't blame you. I guess if you've been doing it this long, you should keep at it. So, and with that, boom, we're already in Star Wars. This is going to be a short show, guys. I feel like
That's good.
that's good.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, hit it.
Hit it! You're supposed to say that whole thing. That old man got that truck to be my commission. Me real short trip. Okay, hit it.
Oh,
Come on, do it.
I can't do that anymore.
Can't do it?
No, I can't.
Okay. All right. Yep. So Star Wars. Meditation chamber
I
is.
failed you. I feel like I failed you now.
You did.
I did.
You did.
I failed.
You did. You're on a roll. 2 days. Two days in a row. So there you go. So meditation chamber is still at 80.
How did I fail yesterday? I'm really sensitive. You mean the lifting and shifting thing that injured you? Okay, not in the morning.
Meditation chamber, as I said, is at 80. We're gonna ignore him. The tubes of the week, I didn't pay that much attention, so I didn't see. I know apparently the perfect run is messed up, but I don't know how because I'm not doing that bullshit. Because it's bullshit.
I saw that thing coming a mile away. Well, they did something like that before too, didn't they? And it's like,
and it's like, oh, I'm gonna get some coins and maybe I'll get some.
It's like 2,000 crystals.
It's like $10.
$10 in crystals.
Whatever, like $10 worth of crystals and like a
The
special.
biggest
avatar.
giveaway in Topps history.
I can't look at that app that much.
Call me Nemo, you fucking. Okay, it's 11 a.m. That's normal.
Okay.
Okay, that's great. We're great for you today. That's good. I love it.
Okay.
But it's Monday and he's supposed to be working.
Oh no!
Or something, right?
No, is every day a full day? What day is it?
He says good morning. Yeah, 8 a.m. Yeah, I think he'd be. Yeah.
It's just Sunday there, isn't it?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't know days.
Dateline
I don't know
shit
days or
gets weird.
times, man.
I don't know, man.
I don't know what time it is in Tallahassee.
Does anybody know what time it is?
That'd be a good country song. I don't know what time it is in Tallahassee.
I was trying to get to 24 to 6 to 4 Chicago song.
Really?
Yeah, I was
Wow.
trying. You didn't get there, but.
Well, you didn't have a trumpet handy, so I didn't know where you were going. Woo!
Yeah. So, tubes of the week is this ongoing perfect run nonsense.
Well, I guess it didn't go well for Adam. I know I saw some other people were like, "Hey, what the heck happened here?" And there was some kind of confusion around placement of buttons or what you were supposed to claim at a certain time or what the fuck was going on. The whole thing, I don't know. Like you said, I didn't do it.
I'm not going to do it. You still can do it if you want to.
No,
it's still there.
But I won't
get
get 2,000 diamondoids, so fuck it.
I don't want to do it.
Fuck those fuckers.
I had no interest in doing it. I did not even try.
Look at this cat.
So yeah, spoilers again. Character of the month is going to be Boba Fett. So don't pop up and tell us it's Boba Fett like that's news.
He's popular.
Next week. And let's see the sets and the week's events. Last Saturday with Mando Season 2, Wave 2. They dropped that big old set on Saturday. I wasn't expecting that. But nobody expects a Spanish Inquisition, so it showed up. And then they had Rogue One, Dual Perceptions. You have some of the Olin Mills pictures there.
They should be in a brandy snifter.
A brandy snifter on a t-shirt.
Oh,
there you go.
Oh my God.
And then the Digital Galaxy Bounty Hunter on Sunday was Iggy, the original
IG-88, not 11.
I said Iggy, and Iggy is generally IG-88 back in old school.
Wow.
And then the Book of Boba Fett Make Your Mark nonsense with the bad tagging band logo nonsense, that ended. You need to move it.
I
thing. I can't
move it. I gotta move this cat. My God.
Oh my God, there's a lot of shit I still gotta
clinging
go.
on me. Yeah, well, I mean, it's Christmas time.
Oh my gosh.
The most festive time of all in
Oh
Topps.
my gosh.
Oh.
They started the 12 Days of Topps.
Feels the love.
So, and there was an event, which like you finished in like the first day, and it was like, why is it still there? Make it go away. But it's
make it go away.
Make it go away.
Make it go
away. But it's like every day you log in, you get some free credits or whatever, and you get a little card. But like the event, you had to get a second one of these cards. But You can't buy it, so you had to trade somebody for it.
Oh, Ziggy, you're just absolute basket case, man.
But then it was just
Idiot.
like your standard, some cargo runs, drops, and whatever, trades and bullshit like that, and then it was over. And it was done. So it was really stupid. And they had some bundles.
There's so much room for activities.
So much room for
Again,
activities.
that's all they're about, the Step Brothers activities, man.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
And there were some nice, the bundles were pretty good. They had, special 12-day tops bundles. But
well,
now
you knew you were going to need them. You didn't know, we didn't know when you were going to need them.
We didn't know we were going to need them. And then we already talked about Perfect Run event nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rogue One Fracture 2021 Wave 2. You didn't do the graphic yet, did you?
No, I didn't. Is there supposed to be a graphic?
Yes.
I thought I was just going to get like pieces of something and wave them around.
But you didn't do it.
No, I
didn't do it. Yep. So that was out there. And it was like a bunch of Rogue One stuff this week because it's the 5th anniversary of Rogue One.
5th anniversary.
Which is great because we love that movie. It's fantastic.
Beautiful piece of filmmaking.
Which you didn't like it initially.
I didn't.
And I was
so hurt by it. I was just so hurt by it. I didn't want to see those people die again and again and again. I really liked everybody in that fucking crew. And it pissed me off that they all fucking died. So, it hurt me. I really formed an attachment. So it was hard. It's hard. So I didn't want to put myself through the pain of it again and again. And every time I usually get about 3/4 of the way through, I'm like, oh, this is so fucking great. And I go, oh.
Yep. But so we had the dual perceptions, and then we had the fractured, and then they did a digital galaxy set with original art for Rogue One, little tiny set, and then they had some special tier 6 base for just the Rogue One characters, and that was just like a tiny little thing.
What was the variant? What did it look like?
I don't know. It was a colored toilet bowl.
It didn't look like it. The shield. It didn't somehow look like the shield over.
I didn't pay that much attention to it. It was just a different toilet bowl.
What was that lush planet at the end of that?
Scarif.
Yeah.
Scarif. Yeah. But so they did that, and then they had the Rogue One watch party on Thursday night.
Yeah, up against Spider-Man. No Way Home.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, okay.
No fucking way.
Okay, yeah.
We did not race home to catch that.
No,
we did go to see the movies at
we
3.5. What was it, like
3:55.
3:55. It was great. So early show.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Which we'll be talking about that later.
Mm-hmm.
And then Friday, which nobody was ready for this.
Or the Spanish Inquisition. Yeah.
They, Stellar Sigs, we kind of knew were coming. Stellar Sigs 2020. Well, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Yeah.
They put them in there. But they also put in a shit ton of gilded.
Yeah, a big fucking stack of gildeds too. We're like, what the fuck did those come from? Where does
they gilded every freaking thing in the Stellar Sigs set, which was 50 uncommon cards.
Wow, that's a lot of fucking gilded.
And then all the Sigs.
Oh my gosh. That's a lot.
And then like
we haven't seen anything like that. That many gilded in so long.
It's too many. It's too much. It's clearly too much because it's not sold out. Huh. It's still not sold out.
I bet they sold out those coin packs.
Yes. Yeah, it took a while though.
Yeah, it did. I saw they hung around for most of a day, I would say.
Yeah.
Felt like.
Which,
I still had some coins to throw. I didn't pull anything with coins.
I tried. I had a bunch of coins I was looking to dump, so but I didn't pull my gold Tarkin.
But did buy some crystanoids. I threw in, I think it was about $30 to $40, I want to say. I would say 40 would be on the high side because it was a couple of bundles here and a couple of bundles there. Because there was like a 10 and a 10 and a 3 and a 3, and you just kind of patch it all together as much as you can on the best deal. Because there were some that still had the excuse me, had 300, 300 crystals for $1. So I made sure to get those first. So I pulled a gold Neen Noom, not the greatest character, but a gold. And then you got a gold
Tarkin. Drink something so you don't do that nasty throat noise. Come on, drink.
No, I'm fine.
Drink.
I don't have anything in my throat at all.
Drink.
Except the velvet tones of FM radio.
Drink something.
FM radio coming to you.
Oh my Yeah. So the Stellar Sigs 54321 explosion. It was like, I mean, literally, what it reminded me of was when Stefan described a club on Saturday Night Live.
This set has everything.
It has uncommons. It has sinks. It has workbench nonsense for more sinks. It's got gilded. It's got 54321. Oh my gosh. It's got all of it. And James Caan.
Human fire plugs. That's that thing.
That's that thing.
That's the thing where, like, you know, he said, describe some horrifying.
Where there's a pool and it needs to be vacuumed, and then the person goes in it and walks around, and then it doesn't need to be vacuumed. That's it.
Wow.
I don't know.
That was a wonder, but I was there for it. Good job, honey.
Okay.
Good job. You did it.
All
I'm
right.
proud that you were able to muster anything.
All right.
I'm so proud of you. Okay, so so yeah, it was a mess. Well, I was able to flip. I flipped my Ninu, my flipped to, because I hoped the person I was going to, they had a Dryden Voss who's Vision, and he's a villain. It was kind of a cool one because he had his knives out and he was all with his stripes and everything.
Stripes were all crazy.
Yeah, he was all kind of crazy and stuff like that. And I was just kind of like, oh, well, that's a little bit cooler one. Let me see. And I just threw a bunch because I'm only on Frank, so all I got is what's left over, you know, garbage over there. So I just threw a bunch of epics on top, anything I could that was a need, you know. So I had some of those what do you call the Inception ones? Is that the ones?
Maybe.
I think it is the Inception ones. I had some of those still, the red Inception epics. So I sent a bunch of those along with that, and I was able to flip the thing. So then I sold that for $150. So that was great. So I was in for, you know, 30, 40 out for 150. Yay! So, and pretty soon I feel like I'm going to be offering for sale Grand Moff Tarkin. So watch for me on the Facebook groups real soon with that.
Or if somebody just really wants a gold Grand Moff Tarkin, just search. Send a trade.
So you think more of these Stellar Sigs are on 1231?
Yeah, because they said 1231 is going to be the rest of 5.
Holy shit! So Happy New Year, motherfuckers! Don't
Yeah.
get drinking too early. It's going to be 2:00 in the afternoon. You're going to have to blow some more Crystanoids, and then you will either enjoy and celebrate and pop a champagne cork, or you'll
throw your phone in the river.
Kiss your Aunt Sarah under the mistletoe.
You throw your phone in the river.
Make sure you kiss Aunt Sarah. Okay. So yeah, so that's literally our coming
it.
soon. That's it.
Yeah,
That's the
because I
first
didn't see a thing, and I didn't see Call Me Nemo tell me what anything else was coming.
Well, we can't just say, oh, this show relies 100% on Call Me Nemo. You know, it really kind of does. 90%. 90%. I feel like I did something by turning that other computer on.
90%.
I did that. So that was cool.
I'll give you 5%.
All right. So, well, the big thing that we saw.
Spoilers.
That we have watched.
Spoilers.
We didn't stream.
Yeah, because we'll talk about Hawkeye too. So, spoiler alert: if you haven't seen Hawkeye, episode 5, or you haven't seen Spider-Man: No Way Home, go to theater.
Yes, go to theater and see.
Go see it in the theater. It needs to be seen in a movie theater. Get yourself a mask. Go to theater.
And if it's sold out, go see Dune. It's great. You're already out. You said you were going to go to the movies. Go see Dune. It's fantastic. It's worth multiple viewings. So yeah, so we saw. Well, do we want to talk about Hawkeye?
Let's talk about Hawkeye first.
Okay, Hawkeye first, because it came out first.
Yes. Yeah. That was Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah. So we saw Hawkeye episode 5, which was cool because we had more of Yelena and showing up and like hanging out with Kate. Gabe made her some macaroni and cheese, which I enjoyed seeing that she likes hot sauce on her macaroni and cheese because
apparently quite a lot.
I do that as well. So
you go straight Tabasco a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Most of the time. Not really hot sauce, but straight Tabasco, which I enjoy as well.
Which is a hot sauce.
Yeah, you got me hooked on the Tabasco.
Yeah. Tabasco on macaroni and cheese.
I used to never like, and I used to,
fabulous.
Oh, spicy stuff. Oh God, no, I can't. And then, like, she started putting it on popcorn at the movies.
Yeah.
These little tiny little bottles you got at World Market. Remember those?
Yep.
Those little tiny bottles of Tabasco. She have them in her purse and shake them all over the popcorn. Oh, it's delicious. It's like tomatoey and spicy. Beautiful. Yep. Just a delight.
Yep. But so that was neat. But the episode started out with kind of like a little backstory of what Yelena had been up to right before the blip. And you saw her get blipped.
Yeah.
And then you saw her unblip, which we hadn't seen really, the unblippy's point of view.
Yeah. It was weird, man.
It was freaking weird. And
plus when it happened, it was like she was right in the middle of some shit.
She was and like she had just been talking about, how I'm looking forward to going to New York and they were talking about seeing Natasha and everything. And then she goes to the bathroom and she's washing her hands and then she blipped. Oh my gosh. And then she blips back and then like her surroundings catch up to her.
That was bizarre. That was such a weird shot.
Obviously the bathroom had been painted in those 5 years, so it like changed color gradually.
Yeah, she's like in somebody else's place now. Yeah. Basically, it's somebody. She comes walking out,
well, no,
and
it was the same chick's place.
Oh, was it?
But now
she was like married and had a kid.
Yeah, adopted a kid, and it was wild. And she wasn't going to get to see Natasha in New York, so so obviously that's why she wants a kid. But that was really cool because we hadn't seen that before. And then, there was so much in that one. I love the macaroni and cheese scene, the little chit chat. That was great. And then we found out that Kate's mom's boyfriend got arrested or was getting taken away.
Or did he?
Or
was it staged?
Was it staged? I don't know.
I don't know if that was real or not. Because that guy's deal is so fucking hinky.
He's
it's just
weird.
Like he literally is twirling his fucking mustache. This guy. Fuck's sake.
So
he's
weird.
Like broadcasting the biggest villain vibe or just like a total fuck up. Yeah, I don't know if he's like a complete villain or a total fucking idiot.
I think he's just a doofus. I think he's a doofus because at the end of the episode, we found out that Kate's mom was a bad guy and she's dealing with Kingpin.
Yeah, Kingpin of all people.
Reveal.
Yeah, so we're like, oh shit.
The big guy they were talking about was the big guy.
Yeah, and they showed it and it was D'Onofrio.
Yep.
It was D'Onofrio.
He's the Kingpin.
So, and that's our Kingpin.
And then we had the big Hawkeye fight at the car dealership too, didn't we? The used car place. That was this episode too, wasn't it?
Was it? Oh, wow.
I think it was. Man, there was a lot. There was a lot.
But everything just kind of got washed away by Spider-Man for me. Because Spider-Man just like overrules. So fucking great. Best Spider-Man movie ever. I don't know if it's the best Marvel movie ever. But it's up there. And it's definitely part of the greater... It's all tied in. There's definitely, it's not like it doesn't feel standalone at all. Mm-hmm. And the way that they draw from the other Spider-Man movies, which obviously everybody knows now that Doc Ock and all the other bad guys are all coming through.
Everybody knew the villains came through.
And the Spider-Men are also coming through.
But the Spider-Man came through and oh my gosh, the audience was so great because like everybody went bonkers when Andrew Garfield came through.
Yeah, he would have been so happy to hear that cheer because I
hope he can actually get to a theater and see that reaction.
Right. Yeah. It was wonderful.
And he did a fantastic job. You could tell that he was like so glad to have another chance to be Spider-Man.
And Tobey Maguire just kind of struts out like the fucking elder statesman, man. Seriously, he just literally like walked in like, oh, hi, everybody. I'm actually now the governor of Florida. Literally, he was just wasn't he cool?
Yeah,
he was just cool. I never thought that I would say that Peter Parker was cool. Yeah, because we saw him, throwing finger guns and trying to be cool trying to do his best to be cool, but not hitting it, not nailing it at all. So, but no, that was really nice, and there were so many great little gags, so many fun things and funny things, and
all the things you want them to do, they did. I mean, they did the Spider-Man meme pointing at each other.
Yes,
they had that happen. They had a bit where they were like, "Who's Spider-Man 1? Who's Spider-Man 2? Who's Spider-Man 3?"
And Garfield was so goofy and cool and funny.
Yeah,
he was. I mean, I said it like he's almost like a Doctor Who. He's got this whimsical. I always thought he was the funniest Spider-Man. I really did think he was the funniest one, and especially like the first one. Was that Amazing Spider-Man?
Yes.
And oh my God, there's a part where Tobey Maguire's telling him, no, he's like saying, oh, I'm terrible, I'm not, and he goes like, no,
you're
amazing. You're amazing. And I just fucking dying.
Everybody.
Great.
Oh my God.
It was so good. I
Amazing.
just start to finish, amazingly fun and delightful, and go see it. See it on a big screen if you can. It's really great with a good audience. Oh, it was amazing. We had such a fun audience, and they were yelling, they were clapping.
Yeah.
I mean, cheering. There were a couple of shots that were just like, just such a, just like, this is for you, fucking idiots.
3 Spider-Men swinging through the air in front of the moon.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like literally like the 3 Spider-Man, and they're all, swinging and spider and popping and just doing all kinds of fucking kick-ass poses, and everybody in the audience just they literally just fucking went nuts. They just fucking started clapping. It was so goddamn cool. It was great. So we had a really fun time at the movie theater and really enjoyed seeing that movie. It was great.
And it was also so sad.
Oh man, yeah, so many feels. I make it sound like
feels.
Such a fun. No, it's just a fun roller coaster throughout. No big stakes. No, I don't want to ruin everything. It's there's some stuff that
there's some stakes.
There's stakes, and it
there's
hurts,
stakes, and then like the ultimate resolution of it, how they fix everything, is woo. Well, that's a sacrifice.
Anybody that's read the comic books, I think, is ready for all of these things. These are everything that's in this movie is already pre-existed before in the comic books in some form or another. So any of the true comic fans are out there and aware and stuff like that, and they know. So, but it was really great, really beautiful throughout, really wonderful, and so great to see everybody. And I thought Garfield really was great, though. I mean, there was a couple of parts where he really got me. His performance was, because they kind of give a little backstory on where they were at when they got snatched to this multiverse here situation.
Well, yeah, and like there was a part where they had to talk about somebody that they lost, because they had all lost somebody, and and he mentions that he lost his girlfriend, and then he has a chance saves MJ and has a moment that basically
he gets a redemption.
He was able to save her because nobody else was going to reach her. But
it was cool because the way that he did that too, it was very clear, even though it was a really super fast action scene, that he very clearly thought out what he could have done better and done it differently.
Well, yeah, because, which I haven't watched Amazing Spider-Man 2 that much just because it's not the greatest, and also it's just really sad, the Gwen Stacy thing. So I just never really liked that. But I think she falls and the camera is on her just like it was on MJ.
Oh, really?
I think it was the same way.
Same shot, except this time it worked. Yeah, because he just didn't get her. He just hit the goddamn ground. Just a little bit. Just enough. And that was all. And in the comic book, it was even worse. In the comic book, she's falling, and he shoots a web, and I think he catches her foot, and it stops her at the end, but it breaks her neck. Because she's just a frail human being. She can't deal with that. And so when she comes to that sudden stop, it breaks her neck and she dies.
Well, that's what happened in Spider-Man or Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Is it?
Yeah, it was the.
Is that how it went?
I
thought she hit the ground in that.
No, she did not.
No,
she didn't hit the ground. It was the same thing where like he got her, but it was the force was too much, so that her neck got it. But But he had a chance to redeem himself and saved MJ, and his performance in that is fantastic.
I was really
so
interested.
good.
I'm interested too to see that Zendaya is able. I think she really went for she played a lot younger and a much more wide-eyed MJ in this one. I feel like less. I mean, to differentiate her performance more from Chani doing, because in the previous one she's been very flat aspect.
Mm-hmm.
She's been very very flat aspect and doesn't give you shit as far as reactions and stuff like that. For the most part, other than the really obvious oh my god moments like swinging around with Spider-Man and stuff like that.
It's probably a function of them showing just their evolution as friends.
Oh, maybe that she's more open with him and stuff like that too.
Yeah, because like in the first one, she was very schlumpy in the background, not saying much, just being a smart aleck and whatnot.
Yeah, outsider, and
then she was a little more in the second one, and a little looser, but still kind of like that. But
I would definitely say her and Parker
like friends
Parker and Ned are a clique. The three of them.
Yeah.
Especially the way they play in this one. They're very much a.
Well, like they said in which you also got to watch the Hot Ones episode with Tom Holland. It's hilarious.
Yeah, we watched that. That's hilarious. He swears a lot. And,
oh my gosh, such a British accent.
Dude, but he's a fucking baller, man. He fucking eats the shit out of that fucking hot stuff,
man. He was like taking double dabs and going back in for second bites, where then the host had to go back in and take a bite too.
Yeah, he's probably used. I think British guys eat a lot of curry and shit like that, and that stuff tends to be like really fucking hot.
Yeah,
and lad culture, I think tends to push them at like eating hotter and compete against each other and shit like that. So he's probably used to eating.
But like one of the things
he was a tough motherfucker. I wouldn't want to eat that stuff. No way.
Was that they had?
Didn't he say he was going to be sick at the end?
Yeah, couple times.
He's probably going to throw up.
But like they watched a lot of the '80s teen movies as like inspiration for like the chemistry.
Inspirado.
Yeah, the Inspirado. So they like watched a lot of John Hughes films and Ferris Bueller and that type of stuff. And you could kind of see that vibe was like coming through when they were together. They kind of had that going on. And then Doctor Strange was Doctor Strange.
Man, he was kind of weird in this one.
He was weird.
He was weird. Well, I mean, like, it's like, I guess because he got blipped and he lost his status. So now Wong is the fucking Sorcerer Supreme. He's not even the Sorcerer Supreme. Fucking Wong is. The same Wong that we just saw fucking, like, street fighting with Abomination and fucking some underworld shit fucking place in Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
The same fucking guy. He's the Sorcerer Supreme. He's out there street fighting.
In his spare time.
Yeah, and he was like, Doctor Strange is like wanting to do all this stuff, and he's just like, yeah, whatever, fuck up, I don't even care. I mean, that's literally like what he said, right?
Yeah.
Practically what he was saying. It was like, yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't care.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you can handle that. Nobody cares.
Yeah, but spoilers, didn't exactly fully handle it because...
Well, yeah, because we know that there's a Doctor Strange movie next called The Multiverse of Madness. So yes, it's going to be a mad multiverse, and basically one of the end credit scenes is straight up the trailer for the next movie. It's just the trailer you will see very soon. So that was kind of clever. But we, that's the kind of stuff they're going to give us. And then the other one was fun, kind of out, and this must have been a Sony production.
Well, they're together.
It's together.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah.
And apparently I heard that they were supposed to be doing more. I heard that they had signed it, that they were going to do three
more with Tom Holland is what they were saying. They want him to do 3 more possibly.
Yeah. Well, he could.
But then also I heard that they're even thinking about doing another Spider-Man of either. I don't know if Tobey Maguire would do more because he's getting up there. I don't know if he wants to be doing swinging and whatnot.
That's all fucking stuntman and CG now, man. He doesn't have to do shit. Fucking, you can't.
But they
Robert Downey Jr. wasn't doing goddamn shit. He was probably in a fucking bathrobe most of the time.
you know, and the reaction to everybody's performances, they're talking about either doing him or Andrew Garfield, giving them another Spider-Man movie.
That would be fun.
Or bringing them into the MCU somehow more.
In a multiverse of
And then I
madness.
saw something that said basically this means that the original Spider-Man movie was the first MCU.
Interesting. Wow, that's cool. Moves the goalpost, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the timeline.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, our kids watched, like, I think a couple of the Tobey Maguire ones.
She's seen all the Tobies.
Okay.
But I don't think she's seen either of the Amazings.
Yeah, those are fun, especially the first one.
The
I really
first
liked.
one, we're definitely going to have to
love,
watch the
I love
first one.
the chemistry between him and, was it Emma Stone?
Yes.
Yeah, Emma Stone's gorgeous.
We're definitely going to watch the first one. I don't think she has interest in seeing the second one because she knows that Gwen Stacy dies.
Right. Well, that's the only part I like. I could watch her die over and over again. Nobody dies like Emma Stone. She's great. So
unless it's the NFL coaching career of one Urban.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh, Jaguars fucking absolutely screwed the pooch when they chose that guy. We got the worst coach ever.
God.
We had a coach that literally kicks kickers.
Kicks the kicker, man. Kick the kicker. Yeah. And now you've been kicked.
Yeah, he got kicked. He got kicked.
He got kicked.
Well, the funniest story was, tell the one about the pet charity.
Oh, there's a local pet charity. It was one of the ones that Josh Lambo did a whole lot of stuff.
Our kicker, the one that got kicked.
Yes, the one that got kicked.
And his complaint led to the firing of Urban Myers.
Or it was the final straw. It was his last clutch kick he ever did for the Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
But he was real into like the pets and stuff around here in Jacksonville. So he worked with a lot of pet charities and stuff. And this one that he had a lot to do with, the other day they started getting a bunch of $4 donations. And they were like, they couldn't figure out why they were getting a bunch of $4 donations. And then they started reading some of the messages and realized it was a thank you to Lambo because he was number 4. So everybody's making donations now to the pet charities
in his name,
honor.
yes. And like it would be like under the heading, in memory of a good friend. And stuff like that, because they have different things for the online thing. Why are you doing this donation? So it would be in memory of a good friend, and stuff like that. So it was really nice. It's kind of cool that would turn into just kind of spontaneously a nice thing for charity.
Yeah.
And then also just kind of a fuck you to Urban Meyer. What a goddamn idiot! That guy was the fucking worst.
God, he was so bad.
Really bad.
And you know what?
It's when I told her, this is the year we got everything. We got the fucking Gator coach. We got Tim fucking Tebow. They sold so many fucking jerseys and fucking season tickets off that shit. It's ridiculous. And then to just goddamn crash and burn 2-11, bye to the coach before we even finish the season. It's just unfucking real. It's so Jacksonville.
So Jacksonville.
It is so fucking Jacksonville.
He literally has the worst one-season coaching career of anybody in the NFL now. Far surpassing my favorite former one, Petrino.
Jopa?
No, not Paterno.
Oh, I don't know.
Petrino. He was the one. Freaking Petrino. He was in college, and then he went. And I think it was the Falcons. And like had a horrible season, and then like snuck out in like the middle of the night. And
you have so many of these stories where the coach leaves in the middle of the night. I always see him like pulling out on this icy street in a fucking half-running U-Haul, full of gear.
He just like slunk out of there in the middle of the night and went to I can't remember. I couldn't remember if he went right from there to Arkansas or one of these other places. But
I think it's the same guy. I think you told the story about this same fucking guy.
I know. He went to Arkansas, But I didn't know that. I couldn't remember if this was the timing, because then when this dumbass was in Arkansas, that's when he got in a motorcycle accident and got all busted up, and he had some chick that wasn't his wife on the motorcycle with him.
Oh, was that our Urban Meyer that was this happened to?
No, this wasn't Urban Meyer.
Oh,
this was Petrino.
Oh, Petrino, okay.
Yes.
Oh, so you got a motorcycle accident with some honey hanging on the back.
Yes.
So, she was a hitchhiker, right?
Yeah.
I'm driving along. It's hot. Something bad was going to happen to her if I didn't get her off the road. So I picked her up, and I was taking her very nicely, and then things went awry.
Yeah.
My dear. And if my daughter is ever out there on the open road looking for help, I hope that some nice person like me will come by and help her too. But not have a car accident. Not have a motorcycle accident. Not I hope don't have that.
But but Petrino is no longer the worst one now. It's freaking Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
He's like
Pretty fucking low bar.
Yeah, he's like the worst ever. So bad. So bad.
No.
So bad.
The press coverage has not been kind. It's going to be very difficult for him to get a job, but watch him go fucking do it. Some dumb fucking school.
He'll end up commentating somewhere. Just wait. He'll end up commentating. And anybody who hires that idiot to comment is no. Nobody wants to see that idiot. He is an idiot because he's a bad coach.
Why do you think he's going to be a commentator?
Because that's what he was doing when he left Ohio State.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Before he came to Jacksonville to.
Well, maybe if
year.
every time he tries to commentate, there's a bunch of people standing really close by, going, "Boo! Boo! You suck! You suck!"
Yeah,
I can be so loud. I'll do it.
The thing that was crazy is that happened on Thursday. So, like, when I woke up Thursday morning, I looked on my phone and I saw that, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" But then I'm like, I couldn't go.
When was it? What night was that? Wednesday night?
It happened late Wednesday night, so then it was Thursday morning.
Yeah.
And then, like,
what was Thursday morning?
Thursday morning was Thursday morning.
Which day was that?
Thursday?
Last Thursday?
This Thursday.
Oh, okay. All right.
My point being, what?
No, because I got up at like 2.
Dirty ass damn mind. That was not that day. So you're an idiot. You're such an idiot. But no, my point was, they fired Urban Meyer, and then I want to go see all the memes, and I want to go see all the stuff on Twitter, but I couldn't because we were seeing Spider-Man that afternoon. So, like, I had to wait. But then it was fully worth it because the memes and the jokes and the stories.
They wrote themselves.
Best. And last little tidbit. Do you know who they're talking about might be a consideration for the Jaguars coach?
I did hear this. Byron fucking Leftwich. The guy that coined the phrase "scruggle." Scruggle. It was a scruggle. SCRUGGLE. Scruggle is how he pronounces the word struggle.
Yeah.
So it's a delight.
Yeah.
He's good. Well, you know what? I mean, if he's been doing well as a coach, who fucking cares? That doesn't matter. Let fucking Ronald McDonald be the goddamn coach of the Jaguars. Who gives a fuck?
As long as they're
Let the
smart enough
cheerleaders
to
be the
realize that you
players.
need to
Nobody
have
gives a
your
fuck.
best running back in there. So, you don't bench him 20 plays for a fumble bullshit.
Well, it doesn't matter. Jaguars suck. It's a shame we had the number 1 fucking draft pick. Again, all the cards right there, and this is what happened. So, congratulations to the Jaguars, folks. Thank you for tuning in for our Jaguars broadcast. We'll be back on the air next week about KaTwelvity o'clock because it's Christmas next week. We encourage everybody to not look for a broadcast next week. Enjoy time with that family and friends. Drink a lot of liquor, eat some fucking fruitcake. Folks, I'm going to tell you, listen, I'm going to tell you.
Don't eat the
I'm
fruitcake.
going to tell you. Guys, listen to me. Guys, listen to me. Try fruitcake. If you see some fruitcake around and you're at a party and go, you know what? I would actually like to try a small piece of fruitcake just so I fucking know for myself if it's good or not. Because I did that, and you know what? I fucking love it. It's got delicious fruit. It's got nice nuts. It's got just a little bit of cake. It's not too sweet. It's really fucking nice when well done. Our local Publix sells a very low priced, delicious fruitcake at the holiday season that I highly recommend for your first fruitcake. If you're in the southern climates and you can get to a Publix, go get you one of those. They're delicious.
Wow.
They're really fucking good. Did I not eat that whole thing in like 3 days? Did I not?
You did.
I did. They're fucking delicious.
It doesn't mean it was fucking delicious just because
They
you're
are.
an idiot.
No,
who
they
ate
are.
it.
No. My dad used to eat these things too, and he and he was like, "Hey, buddy, want to eat fruitcake?" And of course, they was like, "Fuck no, I don't want to eat fucking fruitcake. Those things are nasty. Everybody knows. Oh, fruitcake, those are gross." Wrong. I think this is done by guys like my dad, so nobody would fuck with their fruitcake. I'm breaking the fucking covenant here, folks. And I'm telling you, fruitcake's pretty fucking good. If done well, it's great. And hey, if you're at a party and there's somebody with like some grandma's got some old family recipe fruitcake, a lot of times they have fucking booze in it. They'll have like fucking rum and shit like that. Oh, baby. Dive fucking in on that shit. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Eat the fruitcake.
Don't
Eat the fruitcake. Eat the fruitcake!
Don't eat the fruitcake.
Eat the fruitcake. Arrivederci.
Bye. Suck it, Urban Meyer.
We are Legion.
We are all.
We are one.
We are.
Watching. Florida, but not nutty.